Welcome to Minnesota Travel Guy Speaks, number 6. So, we're going to cover a few things tonight on this video. Here's what we're going to cover. We're going to cover what's happened to me recently. We're going to cover some things that you can do as a side hustle other than what I've talked about. And then we're going to cover a little bit more about my history from last time. All right? So the first one was what's been happening to me lately. Wow, what's been happening to me lately? I came back from making a transformational conference, just rip roaring, ready to go. And 1.5 days after I get home, I have COVID. And along with probably, 30-40% of the people I was at the convention with all have COVID. Luckily, there's only one that I know of that's actually in pretty serious shape. So we are keeping Russ. If you're listening to this out there, we're keeping you in our prayers. And he's in rough shape, so he could use your prayers too if you wanted to. I am now on day 12, so I only have about 2 more days left. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not congested. Well, I'm slightly congested, but not too bad. But I'm doing well. I'm feeling good, and I like that. So that's that. That's what's been happening to me lately. And then I wanted to cover some side hustles that aren't for me necessarily. So the first one I wanted to talk to you about, if you wanted to make an extra couple $100 a month, is called Inbox Dollars. You can go to inboxdollars.com and sign up, and they have a multitude of things that you can do to make. It's little bits of money, but if you do enough of those little bits of money, you can get some spending cash. You could pay your internet bill every month, something like that. I think you could probably make under $100 pretty quickly. They say they advertise that you can make $225 a month. I think you'd probably really be pushing it a lot to do that. But one of the things you can do is just watch people's YouTube videos, and you watch like 6 or 7 videos and you get a penny. And so it just adds up. So you can sign up for different products and reviews. You can, anyway, inboxdollars.com. What they advertise is you can earn up to $225 a month on inboxdollars.com. The next one I would bring up would be Instacart. Instacart is a place. It's another app that you just put on your phone. You sign up, and you literally get people's grocery lists. You go shop for them. You bring it to their house, and you get paid for doing that. Plus, they can tip you, which I've heard can be fairly substantial. So if you're neat, and here's the real beauty of Instacart: you can get paid an hour after your job. So if you need to make a quick, 20, 30, $40, Instacart, baby, that's the way to go. Another one that I read on there is neighbors.com. Do you have a big lot? Do you have an extra stall in your garage? Do you have a big basement? You can go to neighbors.com, sign up, and you explain exactly what you have. Let's say you have a spare stall in your garage, and you can say, I want to rent that. And one of your neighbors can go to neighbors.com, rent your stall of your garage, and you get monthly income from that from there on forward. It's just like renting, or you have a corner in the basement where people just need some storage room. They rent out the corner of your basement, and you have monthly income. Neighbors.com. So I think the amount there is basically endless, really, depending on how much storage you have. I was thinking to myself, I have a large back lot at my house currently, and I live in a lake area, a tourist lake area. Maybe people could park their boats there in the fall, cover them up, and maybe I could do that. I'm thinking about it. Then let's see, that's inboxdollars.com, Instacart, and Neighbors. Those are the 3 I wanted to check with you this time. So it's not just about what I'm saying. There's 3 valid reasons. There are places you can make some extra income. Granted, it's not large income, but it's a place to start. People say, "Oh God, I just need a little bit of extra cash." You can start doing that while you're doing and while you're learning what I'm learning. it could help pay for what I'm learning. Because there's costs. There's costs involved in the learning. There's costs involved in putting Facebook ads up and Google ads up while you're learning. And, and let's face it, we're all crappy at it to begin with. Who does this to begin with and is perfect at it? So you need a little bit extra cash to do that. So moving forward, number 3 on this video, what I told you I was going to talk about. So last time we left off with, I basically disappeared as a kid. It made me powerful. It made me strong. It made me able to manipulate people. And it also enabled me to read people like a roadmap. And I'm very good at it. So fast forward. Probably because I had no self-esteem as a child, because I was probably ignored, not on purpose, not blaming anyone, but in my mind's eye, I disappeared. I didn't make lots of friends in school or high school. In fact, I hated it. So I couldn't wait to get out. Graduated a year early because I'm not stupid. And I was 17 years old, and I had my parents sign for me to go into the Air Force, which I think they gladly did. Again, just feeding that whole what I thought anyway. Whether it's true or not, that is my perception. So I went to the Air Force. I was very successful in the Air Force. Stayed in for 9 years. I learned a very good trade, electronics technician trade, and got married a year after I joined the Air Force to a girl that I knew in high school who was a very good friend. And that's where it should have stayed. But I was lonely, zero self-esteem, and she needed someone. And she was good looking, and I got to have sex, so let's put it that way. That's really what it was about for an 18-year-old kid. Bad choices. She wasn't a bad person. I wasn't a bad person. We just should have never been married. So we almost got divorced at the 5-year mark, but the good Catholic boy in me, we got back together again stupidly, and lasted another 4 years, and then we got divorced, and that's should have happened at 5 years, quite honestly. And I could throw all kinds of dirt at her, and I'm sure she could throw dirt at me. I'm not going to do that. We just should have never been married. That's just the long and the short of it. And then and this is where I'm going to leave it for this episode. About 2 years after I got divorced, I met Susie, the Minnesota travel girl. And I'm going to leave it at that, but I'll suffice it to say, 28 years later, she's still around, and I'm still around, and she's putting up with me. And boy, I'm a very thankful human for that. So that wraps up Minnesota Travel Guy Speaks. Instagram, neighbors.com, inboxdollars.com. All 3 valid ways you can make some quick cash or monthly income. And you can do it basically from home. Well, the Instacart, you have to go shop for somebody. I will say on the inbox dollars thing, just be leery. You're probably going to get a few extra junk mails because of it. Just because as you sign up, whenever you sign up for something, you're going to get more junk mail. But I signed up 3 days ago, and I've only gotten, 2 or 3 extra junk mail. So it's not that big a deal. And I think I've already earned $6, and I haven't done anything. So, there's a way. So I invite you again to click the link down below and learn what I'm doing. Internet marketing. I'm a freelance professional affiliate marketer. And when I become successful at it, I'll be wildly successful, and it won't be $200 a month. It'll be $20 or $30 or $40,000 a month. And that is all super doable. You got to put in some work. You got to put in some work and pay some dues. But that is where I will be within a year or two. I'll be making $30, $40, $50,000 a month. So, and I know this for a fact. I really do. I'll look you right in the eye. I know this for a fact. It's not a pipe dream. So if you'd like to learn this trade with me, push the link down below. Watch the videos, and just know that they're totally legit. That's where I'm going to leave it. Minnesota Travel Guy Speaks. Talk to you again next Wednesday. I know I'm a little bit late. It's just because COVID threw me all off here, but I'll try to get back on schedule with next Wednesday. Do me a favor. You know what I'm going to ask for. I think I'm almost at 400 subscribers. So I want 1,000 by Christmas. When I started this mess, I was at 39 subscriptions. That was only like 4 weeks ago. So I think I'm just about to cross over 400 subscribers. So subscribe. I see the last Minnesota Travel Guy Speaks last week, 800 people watched it. Come on, subscribe. 800 people, all 800 people that watched it subscribed tonight, I would have already met my goal. Do it. Subscribe. You're watching the videos anyway. Anyway, until next time, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you can find out every time I put up a video. And until next time, be grateful in all you do. Thanks, folks.